Hello people of the internet, my name is George, the artist here at Leafy Games.
And I'm Preston, the programmer, and we have some new stuff to show you.
So as you can clearly see, there's a new screen, the sensors, and we've been hard at work on this. In fact, we were actually out of the office for a few days visiting some family, so this would have been out earlier, but yeah, we're back and here we go. So sensors, there are 4 sort of signatures in the world of PULSAR that you can detect via sensors. 2 of them are displayed here. One is EM, quantum, radiation, and life forms. And you can, we'll get into those stuff later. In fact, really, the only thing that you really have to focus on right now is EM. Nothing on the ship actually produces quantum signatures yet. There's no nukes on board, so there's no radiation, and you're only fighting drones, so there's no life forms. But those things will come, don't worry. So yeah, the sensors will display our own emitted signatures. So right now we're emitting a signature of 7.4 on the EM's side of things, and that's important for later. So first off, there's we call it tactical sensors, which are just ongoing. They're you don't have to do anything. They're just continually scanning around, trying to find things, and they're updating information continuously. So if a ship comes within a certain amount of range, and we have and our sensors have a certain number, a certain detectability, detection level, yeah. We will automatically pick up ships within a certain threshold. So this system, we like to somewhat automate systems, but there is still quite a bit you can do manually. For example, active scans. Active scans sort of overwrite tactical sensors. So all that stuff you sort of take for granted that continually update, they're going to be sort of temporarily offline while it does an active scan. So we have 2. We have EM sensor sweep and a quantum sensor sweep. Really the only thing you need to focus on right now is EM. And you can see it takes 8 seconds. This actually is dependent on how much power you allocate to science. So if we reduce sort of that science level, you can actually see in the background our EM signature went down, and now it takes 10 instead of 8. So you want to keep that in mind when you're doing these scans. It's going to take 10 seconds, and for 10 seconds you're sort of blind. We'll demonstrate that in a second. So we'll initiate the active scan, and our hull has disappeared. That's because the sensors actually are the ones giving us the information about our hull. And when the tactical sensors are offline, we're blind to the condition of our hull. Now that the EM sweep is completed, we have actually picked up a security drone. The reason we want to do EM sweeps is because it actually greatly improves our detection level, I think by a rate of 20. So they're really good for finding things that are trying to hide from you, or things that are very far away. Because distance plays a factor in detection as well. So you can see it's almost 10 kilometers away. It's pretty far. So we can click on it, and we can find some information about it. It's a security drone. It'll tell us it tells us it's potentially hostile and armed. It has not detected us yet, and it's actually a match to a GX entry. So you can search. It's 12. So you just type in GX 12. And we can learn more about security drones if we haven't found one yet. It also gives us readouts about engineering, science, shields, and weapons. You can see its EM signature, and as well as the update distance. It's actually it's actually moving right now, and it stops moving, and bam, the EM signature falls. EM signature is based on how much power you allocate and how much the reactor is being used. So if you want to be quiet, you want to have the engineer sort of fiddle with those things and really minimize the usage. You can also see the crunch here. That's actually the ship we're in right now, and it's actually we're picking ourselves up on the sensor. We're 0 distance away. It shows our own EM signature and our own power allocation. We thought that was a nice little detail. So yeah, we can go to security drone, now there's targeted scans. This is another type of active scan, meaning we're going to be sort of blind while this sort of works. And we'll demonstrate in a second. Life forms are currently still being implemented, so they're wouldn't use them yet, but they will be, of course, useful later on in development. Components, on the other hand, are working and they can be quite useful. So we'll just click on components, 6 seconds. You can see we're blind in the water. We have no idea what the shields or hull of the enemy ship has. And now we're back. We can go back to targeted scans, and now there's a new results button. Just click that, and now we can see what we're dealing with. You can see the hull, the shields. We can see that it has a cyber defense processor. We can see thrusters. We can see that it only has a detection level of 1 on its EM sensor. Some pretty useful information, and this can actually help formulate strategies and plans when planning on attacking certain vessels. You might notice something is has like 2 or 3 cyber defense processors, and because of that, you might not be the wisest thing to shoot some viruses at it, because it most likely won't work, because it'll just defend it. I think that for the most part, that covers everything. Do you want to add something?
There's been some bug fixes as well, but yeah, related to some performance drops when the alarms were active, and also some people had some trouble going up ramps at low frame rates. That should be solved. So a few other bug fixes. You can look in the release notes in the description below for more information on that.
Cool. I think that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.